Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet. Lakers driven by your Southern California Honda dealers, Chris McGee, Robert Ory. I got Allie Clifton on the way. I got Brez and Trudell working the locker room. And you're just getting slapped, right? Got slapped around today.
Instead of the word to clap, we got the word to slap.
I like that big game.
Lakers got slapped around today.
Yeah, I was going to ask you top storylines. I wanted you to kind of pick one big game, James. Suns, just a hungrier team. They haven't been to the playoffs in 11 years. They outworked and outplayed the Lakers. 16 offensive rebounds for 21 second chance points. Bad Laker offense, 7 for 26 from 3, just 90 points. Booker at 8 and dominate. AD struggles in a matchup that he is a huge favorite in. 13.7 rebounds, minus 18, which was the worst plus minus on either team. Which one kind of jumps out at you the most?
That's a lot.
Yeah. I mean, all of it. Yeah.
All of it jumps out at me. And, you know, I know the Lakers are 7th seed, and a lot of people say they're kind of favored at a 7th seed, but they played like a 8th or 9th seed team today. Like they just didn't have a sense of urgency. And that's mental. You know, nobody is afraid of you guys because you have LeBron and AD and you're the world champion. Nobody's going to, you know, be afraid and just lay down. And I think, you know, going into the game, I just didn't see any, you know, urgency, no intensity. I saw a little bit when Trez came in. You know, Trez always brings a little pain, but lethargic, stagnant on offense, getting outplayed, out-muscled. And I just thought, you know, AD, I don't know. Maybe I would have taken him out and sit him down for a little bit, let Marcus All play or something. Just let him, you know, recover. Never established himself in the inside. Starting out with a post-up at 5 feet and getting pushed out to 18 feet. Rob, I don't know. Waiting too long before he makes a move. I thought he got outplayed, got out-muscled. And, yeah, he's going to have to really sit with himself after this game and say, hey, what do I need to do to change this? Because he definitely has the advantage as a basketball player with his skills.
You know, every NBA team has a lot of pride, and players have a lot of pride. And you know, in that locker room, the rally cry was, they wanted us, they gonna get us. Let's go out there and challenge them. And that's how Phoenix played, like a team that was challenged. The Lakers played like a team that was like, oh, we've already won this because we're a favorite. You know, we're the Lakers, we're defending champ. You know, we just beat the brakes off the Suns without our team leader, LeBron James. So they came in this game very comfortable. And when you play in the game of basketball, you can't be comfortable. Yeah. You need to make the other team uncomfortable as you try to dominate. And I saw no dominance by the Lakers in any category. If you talk about the guard, nobody dominated. You talk about the wings, nobody dominated. You talk about the bigs, they definitely didn't dominate.
Role players?
Yeah. And
nothing.
You have to have a sense of urgency when you play this game. This is the playoffs. I saw a lot of lackadaisical passes. I saw a lot of plays that was, you know, didn't give any effort because you saw the guys going to the board and you're just looking at them pass you by. Man, this is the playoffs. Every time a ball is shot, you boxing out somebody. I don't care if he shoots a 3, you box him out. Wherever he is, you box him out. That is the sense of urgency that the Lakers got to play with, and that's how the Suns played, and that's why they won this game.
And listen, we always say you can't react in a playoff series after one game, but the Lakers do fall 99-90, and all those concerns are real. DeAndre Ayton and Devin Booker, guys. Booker goes for 34 points. He was fantastic when CP3 went out, and he kind of started facilitating as well. He had 8 assists and 7 rebounds. He was that dude today in that game. And DeAndre Ayton, guys, frankly, I was surprised. He was the guy that set the tone. It's usually AD setting the tone in the first quarter. It was DeAndre Ayton who had 10 points in the first quarter and 4 rebounds. He ended up with 21 points and 16 rebounds in his first ever playoff game, and they took it to the Lakers, and they got the win.
You know why? Because Ayton, when he sets a pick, he doesn't float around. He doesn't float around, step back for threes. He standard basketball plays. Nothing, you know, exciting or plays called for him. He picked, he rolled, he got in the right places, and he out-hustled our bigs today. It's just that simple. He played a great game, good talent. You know, his talent wasn't matched tonight. And the Lakers just didn't seem to want to participate in that kind of game today. He outplayed our bigs, period.
You know, it's weird. If you sit at home and you watch this game, you look at Ayton and says, he's not fancy. And kids are like, I don't want to be like him. Mm-hmm. But the dude just had 20 and 10 in the playoffs.
21 and 16. Yeah.
One of the best players. Like, sometimes it's okay to be basic, because basic basketball will give you buckets. And that's what he did. It was a standard pick and roll, and he let Booker make him better. He let CP3 make him better. And that's what it's about when you're a guy and you're not handling a rock. You let other people make you better. And he did exactly what he did. Solid picks, roll to the front of the rim. I didn't get it. I'm going to try to get an offensive rebound. I'm going to keep it alive. And that's what you have to do sometimes as a big. And that's what we need to get out of Drummond. If Drummond can be basic and not try to hide under the basket and try to push guys, sometimes just keep it simple. That's all you need to do.
I mean, DeAndre Ayton is usually under scrutiny from his own fan base, right? I mean, he's a guy that's the microscope is always on him. They always want more. But he showed today that he belongs in this series.
Yeah, it's because there was no resistance. You know, second year in the league, I believe. Third. However, he has less than Drummond and AD. You know, when you're a veteran, unless the younger players like a dynamic Michael Jordan, you punish him early. You let him know, I'm a veteran, I have more talent. In Drummond's case, I'm bigger, I'm stronger. Mm-hmm. And you get physical. If you're going to waste a foul, waste one there. But don't let him roam free, get offensive rebounds, ignite the team. No help from the weak side when he's rolling. So yeah, he's going to play hard. He's a good player. If left untouched, he got big numbers, 20 and 16.
All right, we got a long show ahead of us here, but I want to talk, before I get to the highlights, I want to talk about Anthony Davis. We've talked about him already a little bit, but I want to dive into him in particular and just his kind of struggles, guys, offensively. 13 points, 5 of 16, 7 rebounds. Didn't seem to have that aggressiveness on either side of the ball. Minus 18 was the worst plus-minus in the entire game for either team. Big game, it's more, and Rob, things that you guys notice. Not a lot of catch and goes, not a lot of attacking, kind of settling. Almost, we saw it until the fourth quarter in that Warriors game, too. Maybe a little physical play, people kind of getting him outside, and he's starting out there instead of maybe getting some work done close to that basket first to get him going.
For me, it's almost like he's so talented that he's okay with getting pushed out into that three-point area where he can operate. But sometimes you don't need to do that. You need to, shorten the court, your length, the distance to the basket, and be more demonstrative on that post. If you look at his shot chart here, look, there's too many shots outside to paint. This is not good for a big who can dominate in the post. And you got Ayton, and you can already tell, if I was one of the assistant coaches, I'm going to AD's like, yo, all they doing is telling him to stay down because we can't afford to get him in foul trouble. That was first thing I noticed. He's not jumping at any shots. He's just staying big and contesting flat-footed. So AD needs to learn how to get in that paint and jump hook him and stop trying to finesse, because when he's spinning, he's just staying down, and he's a strong guy, and he's standing in front of AD, and AD has a result with shooting the fadeaway. So this shot chart to me is not what AD needs. This is a shot chart of a small forward, someone like I would take.
A guard,
you know what I mean? Yeah. So this is he got to be stronger in the paint.
Hey, look, if AD's not going to discover it himself, then it's up to the coaching staff to say, hey, I need my big down in the paint. You got to run some plays for him. I don't see enough action for AD, like coming from the weak side to set a pick for him so he can come to the strong side, get the ball in a deeper position. Everything is starting at 5 feet, get pushed out to 16 feet, catch, don't make a move right away. No action on the weak side, shot clock running down, fadeaway jump shot from your big. I don't like that. That's not